Hey y'all, it's Brad Allen with The Art of Real Estate. And the other day I was asked a question by a newer agent and they said, hey, if you had to start over again, what would you do first? What are the 4 things you would do? And it's a really good question because looking back, there's so many things that can be done. And so I literally had to sit there and think about it a little bit. And here's what I came up with. One, I would set a clear goal. I would sit down for a little while and dream out what my life would look like in 1, 2, or 3 years, what I want it to look like. What am I trying to achieve? So many people get into real estate and there's like, close houses, close houses, close houses, which yes, that's what we want to do. But like, why are we closing houses? How many closings are we trying to have? And when we have this plan, when we see the vision, let's say I've started out and in 3 years, I want to be closing 30 houses a year. Very achievable goal. So what do I need to be doing between now and then to achieve said goal? But it all starts with the dream. What does your house look like? What does your relationship look like? Do you have a dog? How many weeks off are you taking? Like literally sit down and think about every single thing that you can dream up. There's a great book called Vivid Visions. You should check that out. It really helps you kind of mentally go through this checklist and kind of dream up the life you want to have. Now that we've got this vision, we know what we're doing, then the next thing I would like to do is get a mentor, right? Somebody that can hold you accountable. Now, oftentimes people go, well, I'll get a broker in charge. Not usually a mentor unless you're working with me where we have these one-on-ones a lot. A lot of times your broker's not going to be your mentor. And a lot of times it's probably not going to be somebody in your office. The best use of money I have seen is on coaching. Yes, maybe you're not closing deals yet. Maybe I'm just getting started back in the business. But guess what? We got a very little education in real estate school, and all of a sudden we think we're going to be professionals. Why don't you take some time, put aside some money, and do a little bit of coaching so you can be mentored to the right stance, right? And you have that vivid vision that you can go back to and say, this is what I want to achieve. And this coach, mentor can help you work through the steps to get there if they know what they're talking about. The other thing I was thinking about is, you got to choose the right brokerage. And I see so many agents that just latch onto a brokerage because they saw the name or they saw the sign. And that's fine. Those brokers are very happy you did that. But if you're like me, I got licensed right out of college. I literally walked into a place, was like, hey, will you hire me? They sat down, we talked. I'm like, sure. They should not have hired me. I was 22, not from this market, and knew nobody. What the hell was I going to do to help them? But that's just what brokerages do. And so I fortunately found a way through it, but I'm not saying that brokerage was bad. But there's a lot of brokerages out there that aren't set up for new people or for people new to the area. They're more of a, hey, go get it. So I think choosing the right brokerage and / team, I think teams are a really big part. So going back, if I had to start over again, I would start on a team. They usually have business, they usually have structure, they usually have operations that can help you move along. You may not want to be on it forever. That's understandable. And this is kind of why we've set our company up as a teamerage. That way we are a full brokerage, but we provide support like a team so we can help our agents get to the highest and best goals and use of their time. The last thing I would do better, and I still need to do that today, is budgeting. I would use that mentor that we talked about hiring and find out a way to put some money away for a rainy day. Put away the correct amount of money for your taxes. I see it all the time on social media channels and everything else where people are like, my taxes are due, I don't have the money, or I don't have enough money to stay in the business. Y'all, it's so many people are getting into this business without a clear plan, a budget, or anything like that. And we wonder why the failure rate in real estate is less than 2 years. It's not because people are bad at real estate. It's because they aren't taught how to find the business or how to plan for the downtimes, which we know are coming. So those are the 4 things I'd really focus on if I had to go back and start over again, right? Set a clear vision, know what I'm working towards, hire somebody to help me get that vision to come to reality. I would also make sure the brokerage that I am with aligns with my values and my vision and the way I want to do business and probably has a little bit of leads. And lastly, make sure my budget is in line so I'm not having this stress, this financial burden that is going to be all over me for the rest of my life. So maybe you've got different ones. If you do, drop in the comments. I'd love to know what you would do differently if you had to go back and start. And if this sounds like something that you want to talk more about, shoot me a DM. I'd love to have a conversation with you about it and see how we can help you get back on the right track or make you into a successful real estate agent.